Hello, better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and a tread therein. So here I have my seasoning. So the red colored ingredient is cayenne pepper. Oh boy, that makes me sneeze. I don't know if anyone else have that same reaction. Right, so I don't know if anyone else have that same reaction against cayenne pepper, but I always sneeze. And I also had my browning, which is the black ingredient. And as you can see, the lighter crystals are my sugar, and the white ingredient is my powdered milk, right? And following around, I have thyme, which is the basically the leaves of thyme, and I added the Jamaican mix seasoning, all-purpose seasoning earlier, and which you can't see, I added the liquid is vinegar. So I'm gonna mix that, combine all my ingredients, and I'm going to add it to my peas, and I'm going to make a stew. So right, so I'm combining all my ingredients. This looks really nice. I've never combined these seasoning before, so I don't know how this is going to taste, but I've pre-boiled the beans, the peas actually, so it shouldn't be a long process. I love beans, so I think this will turn out really good. Right, so I'm sure this will turn out really good. Right, combining all the ingredients. So instead of adding just water, I'm using the boiling water from the beans to mix these, um, to mix the seasoning together. And because I've added milk, it should come out creamy. Right, yay! Right, so this is what it actually looks like. I added salt as well. So I'm going to combine the beans and let it sit for about, well, I'm not going to prepare right now for about 4 hours. If you're going to be following this recipe, right, you don't have to let your seasoning sit for so long. I'm just doing it because I want to catch up on other things that I have to do. So, and I think 4 hours is sufficient time to get the taste that's worthy of a meal. Okay. So now to add my beans. Here goes. Right, so I'm combining all of these ingredients and I'm going to let it soak. Wow, this looks so good. And you can do this with any bean that you choose, any beans. This is actually pigeon peas, you could use red beans, you could use lentil peas, you could use any bean that you choose. All right. And for me, what I really love about making bean stew is adding milk, right? Milk, powdered milk, really gives it that, brings out the flavor. It makes me super happy. I think a lot of person will not agree with me, but I will eat peas over chicken any day. Alright, let me not forget, I am going to include some green seasoning. Right, I didn't make this green seasoning, I purchased it from the store. Oh, right. So it's green seasoning with lime. Right? So it basically has pepper, it has lime, it has scallion, it has thyme. Let's, oh wow, this, just look at this. This looks so beautiful. Right, combining all these ingredients together. So let's recap. I use green seasoning, store bought. I'm using peas. These are pigeon peas. I add milk. I add all-purpose seasoning. I add cayenne pepper. I added milk, powdered milk. I added sugar. I added thyme and salt, right? And I leave it to marinate for 4 hours, which you don't have to. You could just pop this on the stove top and make your stew one time. But you know, when we leave or when we combine our seasoning, it just brings out that flavor when we leave it to marinate for some time, or we leave it to just allow the flavors to have that reaction, almost like a food processing chemical reaction to take place, right? So yeah, so I place it in this airtight container and I am going to let it sit for 4 hours. I'll be back.